executive coach with Credit Life Financial Wellness. And I wanted to talk to you tonight about collections. The big question when it comes to collections is pay or not to pay collections. There's a lot of advice out there. There's good information, bad information. You never know where to turn. So let me, a professional, tell you how we, from a credit standpoint, handle collections. Okay. So while paying on a collection that's reporting negatively on your credit is a step in a credit repair and raising your score process, it's just not necessarily the first step, okay? The first step when it comes to your credit report is to investigate any of those collections that are reporting negatively on your report. Here's the thing about collections. A collection account on your credit report can never be good. It can never be positive. So if you pay it, if the collection company says, oh, if you pay it in full, we'll put paid in full and it'll look great. That's not true. A collection account can never be positive if it's paid or it's unpaid. Now, here's the thing that brings the topic tonight, to pay or not to pay collections. If you pay on a collection, again, remember, a collection account can never, ever be a positive account. It's just a paid bad if you pay the account. So if you pay on a collection account that's showing on your credit, and maybe it's an older account, it went into collection during COVID in 2020, right? It's now 2023. We're a couple of years ahead. If you pay on an old collection account that's reporting negatively on your credit like that, your credit score may actually drop, not go up. I'm going to say that again. If you pay on it, your score may drop. Now, I'm going to explain to you why, and it's going to make some sense once I explain it. So, again, we've already established a collection account can never be a positive. It's always a negative, regardless of if you pay it or you leave it open. It's a paid negative or an open negative, okay? So if you pay on that collection that's reporting on your credit, that older one, your score can drop. Here's why. Being that it's negative, no matter what you do, you will be giving brand new activity on an already negative account. So you start out with an open and active collection that you owe on, and it happened back in COVID in 2020, and you're thinking, I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to pay this off. Or maybe I got a letter in the mail saying, hey, we'll let you settle this collection for 60%. And you're going, wow, that's a great deal. Maybe I should do this, If you pay on that older collection that's reporting on your score, it could drop, or on your credit report, pardon me, it could drop your score because you're giving new activity to an already negative account. So you're taking something that was negative 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and now you're saying it's negative yesterday because they updated that activity. So one thing that's going to be important to remember here is I'm not telling you not to pay your bills. I'm never going to tell you not to pay your bills. If someone tells you don't pay on collections, you don't owe them a dime, they're giving you terrible advice. Okay. But what I'm going to say is this: while paying off or settling your collection could be a step in your credit journey, your credit repair process, you're raising your score, you're rounding out your profile process. While it's a step in the process, it's just not necessarily the first step. When it comes to older collections, when it comes to those negatives sitting on your credit report, the first step is going to be to verify and to validate those collections. Jeremy, what do you mean verify and validate? Okay, you're going to send letters to every credit bureau that collection is sitting on: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. You have to do it all three. They don't have to follow suit with each other. Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, those are separate for-profit companies. All right, they're mercenaries, they're not missionaries, and they don't have to cooperate with each other. So you're going to send a letter to every credit bureau that collection is sitting on, and you're going to say, in a simplified way, hey guys, prove it. Prove it's mine. Prove that's the amount that I owe. Prove that account number's right. Prove my address is right. Prove that you've got my name correct on there. Prove that's the date of last activity. Prove that's the date of delinquency. Prove that, prove it. Now, the credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, when you send them this letter, they're going to have 5 calendar days to notify that collection company that they've got to provide the verification that it's accurate, factual, current, correct, and verifiable today. Now, the collection company or the negative creditor, they've got 30 calendar days to respond back to the bureaus with all of the verification, the validation that it's accurate, factual, and correct. Now, if they fail to respond in 30 days or less, if they fail to respond at all, or if what they respond with doesn't satisfy the question that you asked. You asked, is the account number right? Maybe they come back with something and it's not the right account number. Well, then what happens is the Bureau deems that as unverifiable and it's permanently deleted, gone from your credit report like it never happened. It doesn't mean the collection's gone. It doesn't mean the debt's gone. If you owe someone $1, you owe them $1. But it means their ability to report to the bureaus is gone. And that's very, very powerful because that is standing between you and your goals. Okay, so let's say you do that investigation process and let's say you get it deleted from the credit report, right? Now, you may still owe the money. Depending on the age of collection, in every single state, you've got a statute of limitations on debt. Now, what you're going to be looking at, really where the meter starts running, where the clock starts running, is the date of the first delinquency on the debt. So let's say it was a Capital One credit card and it was during COVID and you didn't pay in July, and then you went 30 days late, you didn't pay in August, 60 days, 90 days, September, October. Eventually they charged it off. Maybe they sent it over to Portfolio Recovery or Midland. Maybe they sent it to LVNV and they're trying to collect on you. So the date where the meter starts running on when they can sue you, when they can take action, is the date of first delinquency, not the date the collection company got it, not the date it was sold, none of that. Okay. So when you're looking at statute of limitations, you look at your credit report, you see when did this begin to go late, and that's how long the statute of limitations is. Well, Jeremy, what if a debt is older than the statute of limitations? If it's older than the statute of limitations to sue you, it's kind of a zombie debt. It's out there, it exists, but it's got no power, right? It's got nothing's really fueling it. So you can say to the collection company, hey, with all due respect, I'm not going to pay you anything. Now, keep in mind, there's a different statute of limitations for how long they can report on your credit report. And that's 7 years and up to 180 days from the date of first delinquency. So if you live in Texas and your statute is 4 years, they can't sue you after 4 years, but it can remain on your credit for 3.5 years. This goes back to why that first step is investigations. You do investigations, you send a letter, and if that doesn't work, you get results back saying, we verified. You send another letter asking about something different. You didn't get in credit trouble overnight. You're not getting out of credit trouble overnight. Anyone who promises you differently is doing something illegal, temporary, or lying to you. So you get these deleted through the investigation process. You then call it up and say, hey, ABC Collections, you've got that Capital One card that I've got a collection with. What would you take? And then you go and you settle for as little as possible because, hey, you want to save as much money, unless it's older than the statute of limitations. And then you just give them a call and say, hey, I got a 5-year-old collection with you guys. It's 4-year statute of limitations in my state. I already got you deleted from my credit. I would like to go ahead and just mention to you that I'm never going to pay you ever. Good day. And that's the end of it. They can still send you a nasty letter. They can still whatever, but try, throw it in the garbage, or that letter in an origami class will let you make a swan. So to recap, a collection is always negative. Doesn't matter it's settled, paid in full, doesn't matter if it's open, a collection's always negative. If you pay on an older collection that's reporting on your credit report, your score can drop because you're giving new date of last activity on the credit report to an already negative account. So the thank you that you're getting is an and it's going to dip your score. So how do we handle that? Now, I'm not telling you not to pay your bills. Again, that's terrible advice. Run screaming from anyone who tells you not to pay debt. But what I'm telling you is, settling that credit card debt, that collection, settling that medical collection is a step in the process. It's not necessarily the first step. The first step is sending letters to verify and validate with the credit bureaus. Seek deletion. And then, depending on whether they can sue you or not in your state, by statute of limitations, you either settle it or you tell them to go pound sand. All right. That's to pay or not to pay collections live. If you like this, I want you to follow. If you're watching on YouTube or on TikTok or whatever, follow, give some likes, give some love. If you're in the free credit repair advice group on Facebook, give me some thumbs up and some likes, throw some comments down there. I love it. And if you'd like to join the free credit repair advice group on Facebook and don't know where to go, just search free credit repair advice. We're the group with 70,000 people. Now, quick little plug for me. I'm a FICO certified credit coach with Credit Life Financial Wellness. We're an A+ rated national credit corporation. We've been in business a while, even before credit repair was popular. And if you would like to do a no obligation consultation to see about our programs that we offer and hiring me, Jeremy, to be your coach, just go to the link that's scrolling below or go to www.bookcoachjeremy.com and you can pick a day, an evening, even a weekend for no obligation consultation. During the consultation, it's a phone call. We're gonna talk about what's going on with your credit. We're gonna talk about your goals. It's non-judgmental, it's not scary, it's not unpleasant. We're gonna put together a plan, steps, action items that you can take to get your score and profile in position for all the goals that you've got. And then if our services are appropriate, I'll tell you about them. And if you want to enroll, great. If you don't want to enroll, great. Maybe I can just give you some good advice. But no matter what, if you're looking to improve your life, if you're looking to pay less money on interest rates and insurance and things like that, if you're looking to get yourself in position to buy a house, if you're trying to end the generational curse, for those of you who know what that is, if you're trying to build generational wealth, or as I always say, every time I do my job right, a kid gets a backyard to play in. Right? So if you're trying to improve yourself, go to www.bookcoachjeremy.com and click on VIP consultation, and we'll do that no obligation consultation and get you in shape. All right. I want you to join me every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, and 4 Pacific time, unless I change. I'll just do it at a different time for my Facebook Lives, my YouTube Lives, and my TikTok Lives that I do. Appreciate all of you. I want you all to have a great, happy, healthy, safe week. If you got some good advice, if this is a favor, if this is helpful to you, do me a favor and pay it forward. And if you want to book a consultation with me, you can actually hire me to be your personal credit coach at Credit Life. Go to www.bookcoachjeremy.com. Thanks a lot. You have a great night. We'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.